Hi, thanks so much for joining me today. I am here to bring you a 3-card reading. The first card that we have for today is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this card is influenced by Jupiter, and it is a message of great change and change in a way of help. And so while many of us may undergo some changes and not really understand why those shifts happened or might beat ourselves up for those changes, this card is reminding us that change shows up in our lives by a way of help in a lot of ways. And so Jupiter is a very beneficial energy. It's shifting right now. It just shifted rather out of Capricorn, which is not its favorite house, or it's not its favorite sign to be in, and it shifted into Aquarius, which it is much more, it brings big energy and big understanding in that sign. And so we will come into a time of understanding, although we may not understand why this shift happened, in the next couple days or in the next week. Ultimately, I think we'll understand why this big shift happened in about 6 months' time, because we just had a solar eclipse and we're going to be seeing the outcome of that solar eclipse in the end of May time period. So if you have been going through change, I encourage you to not beat yourself up over it and to try to look at it from a bigger perspective, right? A Jupiterian bigger perspective, and to see it as a way of help. Now, the second card that we have for today is the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is a card that's asking us, do you want to act or not act? Are you going to let it go, or are you going to pick it up again? The swords are a mental oriented energy. It's what we think about. It's what we set our mind to. It's what we can even fixate on. And a lot of times what our thoughts can focus on, or may or may not be, for our good. Swords also relate to matters around communications and exchanges with individuals. And so this is asking us, what do you want to pick up? What do you want to interact with? Where do you want to put your energy? And ultimately, is it going to be, is there a need to have this conversation because there's something that won't let go of it in the mind, or is there something that understands that there's just a lot of pain and wants to let go of the situation overall? Now, the third card that we have for today is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is the apprentice craftsman. So this is someone who is putting their energy and efforts towards something of practical and material concerns. And so, what I'm seeing in this combination of these 3 cards is that there's this big shift and big change that is happening for a lot of people. And the question is, what do you want to focus on? Where do you want to put your mind? Where do you want to put your energy? And are there conversations that need to be had? Will that ultimately resolve something? Or where do you want to put your energy and effort by way of mental energy and communications and exchange? And the third card, of course, is the Eight of Pentacles, which is also talking about where we want to put our efforts, but it's like we only have so much energy in each and every day, right? We have 24 hours, but really we should be sleeping, 8 hours, even though some people sleep around 6 hours a day. We should be sleeping around 8 hours a day, which really only gives us 16 hours to do things. And we need to, take care of ourselves, eat, work, do all of the things and have time for ourselves. And this is asking you, where do you want to put your time and energy? And, maybe in this time period, while we're waiting these 6 months out to figure out exactly why this change and shift happened, rather than fixating your mental energy on it, put your energy and your time towards a project that you can put energy towards each and every day, that brings you to a place that actually helps you see your own becoming, right? Jupiter is a planet that asks us, when things change, what what is the most important thing? What do you see in yourself in that new light, in that new change? And while we can, go through our lives and have any number of belongings and relationships and exchanges, ultimately, all of those things along our journey shape us and show us who we are and what's important to us. Like, is it more important to have things, or is it more important to feel safe and become and be who you are around people that support you and love you? And I feel like we're going through this big shift where we understand that our community and who we surround ourselves with is so much more important than what we actually physically have in our lives. And so while we have changes and upsets that have happened in our lives, these cards today are asking us, where do you want to put your energy? Where do you want to put your efforts? What are you building, and what projects can you put your energy and effort to that bring value into your life? And not just value as far as like monetary value, but value as far as experience, as far as things that you're exchanging with people, things that you're sharing with people, things that you've grown and learned about yourself that you feel called to share with people if they're in a dark place and you feel like it might be valuable. We're all going through change. We're all going through cycles. We're all transforming, and we're all working on ourselves. So where are we going to put our energy and effort? I send so much love to you, and I will make an effort to put up some more videos on a more regular basis. I apologize. I kind of had the rug swept out from underneath me. I send you so much love and a great big wish and many blessings for this holiday season. I'll see you again soon.